Hello everyone, welcome back to Dede's Mediterranean Kitchen. Today we're going to be making stuffed eggplant and stuffed squash. It's an amazing dish and a great way of putting vegetables and meat together. You're going to love it. It's easy to put together. Remember, get this recipe at my website, DedeMed.com. It's all written out for you. All you have to do is copy it. My cookbook will be coming out later this year, so you can get it in cookbook format too. But join my Twitter, join my social network, that way you can keep up to date. Let's go over the recipe and get this going. Now what you're going to need, the most important, is a corer. You can get this on my website if you can't find it at any of your local Middle Eastern or Mediterranean or Greek or Turkish grocery stores. They should carry it there, but if you can't, just go to my website. You're going to need some Italian eggplant. That's a smaller eggplant. What we're going to do is we're going to cut off the top. We're going to take off some of the skin and then we're going to cook it. Now depending on if you like more eggplant or more squash, you know, if it's for 4 people you want to get 4, if it's for, 8 you want to get 8. It all depends on what you like. This is Mexican squash. It's pretty small and it's pretty easy to cook. Well, again, we're going to take out the top. We're actually going to core the inside of this one. See that? And this tastes great. So I would say 2 per person for this one. I have a cup of diced onions. I have some ground beef. Again, if you like lamb, you can use lamb. This is 5% fat. I like my beef really lean. I have some plain tomato sauce, and you can serve this with rice. Let's get to stuffing. Now the eggplant is pretty easy to prepare. Just wash it. You're going to cut off the top, just like that. See? And then I don't like to leave all the skin on. I just like to leave part of the skin on. So you can either do it with a potato peeler or with a knife. Just take off some of the skin. Just like that. It also makes it look pretty. See? Almost like a zebra. So just like that. Now the squash is a little bit more difficult. Get a couple of extra ones when you do buy them, just because the first time you may poke some holes in it. So see that little bottom? I'm just going to cut it off just like that. I'm going to cut off the top, so you're left with a nice round circle to work with. Get the corer, and you want to just put it in, not all the way because you don't want to poke a hole. So see, just like that, and then just turn it, just like that. Just keep turning, and then eventually the inside is going to come out, just like that. See? Look at that. The inside came out. Now we want to take more out so that we can stuff it. So just like that, just slowly. So see, I poked a hole in it. It's okay, I have some pre-prepared, but just like that. So you want to buy some extra ones. You want to be careful. Just slowly work it with your hand, and the insides come out. It's like you're shaving the inside as you go around. See how they come out? Look at that. The hole is getting bigger. After the first 2, you'll get the hang of it and you'll be able to do it really easily. See, like this one, this is not a complete waste, so it has a little hole in it. Not a big deal. You can still use it. So see, look at that. That's a good sized hole. Now I have some that I pre-cooked. What I did is I cored them all out, and then I sprayed them with some olive oil, just the olive oil spray, and I baked them for 15 minutes, and I turned them over after about 5 to 10 minutes. See that? They're nice and soft, and they have a little bit of color on them. See the hole? Same thing with the eggplant. Now I didn't put a hole in the eggplant. What we're going to do is we're going to put a slit in it and we're going to stuff it like that. So let's put this aside now, since these are done. Again, let them cool before you start stuffing them, because you don't want to burn your fingers. Now we're going to brown our beef and our onions. If you want, you can add some cayenne pepper, paprika, garlic, whatever seasoning you like to it. I'm just going to keep it simple with just some salt. We will add some seasoning to the sauce. And let's get going. I have my pan and it's preheating. I'm going to add 2 to 3 tablespoons of olive oil. Always use extra virgin olive oil. It's the best. I'm going to add the onions and let them lightly brown before I add my beef. About 4 minutes. You see the onions have browned a little. Just like that. We're going to add our ground beef and we're going to let that brown probably be about 10 minutes until it's fully browned. Let's add some salt. 1 teaspoon of salt and some black pepper. And then just keep your eye on it, break it all down so it cooks all evenly. Our ground beef is done browning. We're going to put it in a plate, let it cool for about 10 to 15 minutes so that we can handle it and stuff our squash and our eggplant. Okay, so our ground beef has cooled. We're going to start stuffing. Just grab it and put some in here. Now some people like to add pine nuts to the ground beef, or you can add some slivered almonds. A lot of people like to do that. My mom used to always add pine nuts. I wasn't the biggest fan, so that's why I'm not doing it. But see, we are stuffing it just like that. Just use all your fingers. Yes, it's a messy process, but it's okay. I tell you, the end product is amazing. So just stuff it like that. Make sure it's going all the way in. You don't want to overstuff it. Just nicely pack it in. See? All done. Just like that. And we're going to put it in a deep baking dish because we're going to add tomato sauce to it. Now with our eggplant, we have our eggplant. See? We're going to put a nice slice down the middle. Not all the way through. And then we're going to open it up. See? Just press it out with your thumbs. Just like that. And you're left with a little pocket. We're going to pack in the meat. Close it up just a little bit. It's okay if it's open. We're going to put it like that. I'm going to finish alternating this, and then we're going to put our sauce on. So I finished stuffing them. Look how pretty that is. I always make more squash than eggplant only because I love the squash. So see it just like that. If you have leftover meat, you can just put it in a Ziploc bag or in a Tupperware and use it at a later time. You can freeze it. Or you can even serve it over hummus, which is amazing. I'm going to get my tomato sauce. I'm going to slowly pour this over the top. Just like that. I'm going to put some water in here just to rinse it out. And then I like to season the top with some salt, some black pepper, a little bit of garlic, just some garlic powder, just like that. And then for a little bit of a kick, and you don't have to add this if you don't like it, just a little bit of cayenne pepper, just a little, gives it a little kick. We're going to bake this in the oven at 450 degrees for about 20 minutes. And we're going to take it out and I'm going to show you the dish is done. Take a look at this. It's so pretty and it smells amazing. You can serve this with rice. I'm just going to take a couple of these out so I can show you. The eggplant is so pretty. Look at that. They are going to love it. You can put some sauce on top, like that, because everybody wants sauce. And if you like it more saucy, again, you can add more tomato sauce to this. We'll just put some parsley for color. Serve it with some brown rice. And there we go. Look at that. That's our stuffed squash and stuffed eggplant. The correct terms are Ablama and Sheikh el-Mashji. But we're just going to call it stuffed squash and stuffed eggplant. I hope you enjoyed this. Get this recipe on my website at DedeMed.com and join me again for more great meals.